going on, UNT? Make some fucking noise! Come on, guys! How are we doing tonight? Are we doing well? Fuck. They gave us a 500-seat theater and we filled about 20.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, no one's beating muscular dystrophy tonight. They're handing out pizza. We're actually funding obesity. This is actually a pro-obesity show. You've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. There's children shit. On the second row, you couldn't even hide the kids, Colin? I'm gonna ruin them. Like, this is bad. You ever watch Pikachu? Like, I can't do that. I'm screwed, guys. Where my fat people at? Give me a whoop whoop. Sir, why are you lying to me? I can see you. Like, you weigh like 90 pounds. I'm a bigger guy and I'm okay with it. I just don't like when people tell me I'm fat. Or I tell people I'm fat, they go, no, Tony, you're not fat. Like scales and mirrors don't exist in my universe. Like every morning I wake up and I'm like, why are my pants getting smaller? Oh well, 2 McGriddles, please. Like I had a friend come up to me and she goes, Tony, I think I'm getting fat. And I said, oh no, how much do you weigh? She goes, 120 pounds. Aw, that's cute. Like I remember weighing that much when I was 3. And like you can't tell me you're getting fat unless you have to plan your day based on how many flights of steps you walk up. Guys, I plan my day like that every day. I'm like 5, perfectly fine. 10, gotta pack an extra t-shirt. We all know I'm getting sweaty. 15, I'm canceling that meeting because I'm not gonna get a heart attack for you like that. Anybody here the fat friend of their friend group? Yeah, back there. I knew when he walked in, I was like, yep, there's another fatty. Like, I could just sense it. Our stomachs just slowly came together, and we became one. It just sucks, you know, because when we go out to eat, I have to act normal. I have to get a normal-sized meal, and I can't put ranch on my nipples like I do when I'm at home. Like, because I embarrass them. Like, fuck off. Like, you know? It also sucks, like, a few weeks ago, I went home to visit some friends, and we were all at my buddy's house, and his mom comes in and goes, oh my God, it's so good to see you all together. Are you guys hungry? Tony, are you hungry? The bitch called me out. I was like, no, Mrs. Johnson. She just starts naming off foods they got. Tony, we got bologna. Tony, bologna. We got some bacon. Oink, oink. Does Piggy like the bacon? We just baked a fresh cake. Tony loving the cake. Like, what the? And then she goes, when was the last time you ate? And I go, an hour ago. And she goes, what? You ate an hour ago? You must be starving. Guys, you know how shitty my life would be if I had to eat every hour? A trip to the DMV would be a life and death situation. I would bust in, I'm like, move! Piggy gotta get out of here! We only got 45 minutes left! I could never get a day job. I couldn't. If I had to take a break every 55 minutes, I would end up on the streets. You know, just walking around, hey man, could I get a piece of your nacho cheese Dorito? I haven't eaten in 55 minutes and I'm about to blow. Like, fuck. Screwed, man. I'm trying to quit smoking. Thanks for the support, assholes. Like, no, too late. That's probably the same person who voted for Bernie, or she said she did on Twitter. And we all voted. That's why he's our president. And but it's okay you didn't clap because I vape, so I'm a piece of shit. Like, don't clap for vaping. Fuck no, fuck you. No. Oh, fuck you guys. Like, no, this isn't a pro-vape show. I told you, pro-obesity. We're not selling vapes. I had my first weird experience at the vape store, so I walk in, I pick out my rig, and as I'm checking out, he goes, what flavor would you like with your vape? And I go, cinnamon. I really like the flavor cinnamon. He goes, I would recommend Dragon's Breath. I said, sir, what kind of Game of Thrones shit are you trying to sell me here? Just give me my cinnamon and I want to leave. I wish I would have picked Dragon's Breath, though, because the next day I was walking on campus, blowing the mad clouds as I do. And I saw the guy from across the street, and we made eye contact, and he yells out, "Hey, look, it's Cinnamon!" So to the 5 strangers around me, my name is Cinnamon now. Guys, you can only be named Cinnamon if you're a stripper or a horse. I was just waiting him to feed me some nuts, you know? Because they both like that. All right. Yeah, UNT's not a thinker school. UNT, it takes a second. A few of you are going to be driving home and you're like, prostitutes and horses like nuts. I get it. This is fun. That was a fun show. I should have given him a chance. Growing up, my dad wanted me to be an athlete. As you can tell, that worked out really well. You know, one year in my Little League Baseball, I actually won the MVP. I did. It wasn't for most valuable player. It was for most vulnerable player. Because no matter win or loss, I was crying. And I remember at the end of the year, they were handing out trophies, and I think I'm the reason participation trophies are a thing. Because we were at Chuck E. Cheese, and my coach took me out back by the dumpsters. It was like my first drug deal, guys. He was like, "Don't tell anyone I gave you this." And I looked at it, and all it said was "Trier." And I was like, I do that really well. I do that fairly well. I try. I'm a good trier. I was bad at sports. I knew I was bad because when other parents would ask my dad who he came out to support, he would just be like, "I just like watching little boys play. I like watching them sweat." Guys, that means my dad would rather be a pedophile than claim me as his own. He got the rape van and everything. After every game, he's like, "I'm gonna pick you up 3 blocks that way. We're gonna make it look like a kidnapping. No one's gonna miss you." Oh, they got it 15 minutes later. "Oh, I get it, man. That's dark shit. This poetry slam is fucked up." Oh, man. Give it up for the Lyceum for letting us throw this event. This is really cool. And thank you guys for coming out. Like, this is cool. I don't know, guys. Like, I come from a military family. Like, my dad served for 25 years, and I love, like, the military lifestyle. I love the community. I just didn't like going to military hospitals as a kid. One year I was, like, really sick. I think I had, like, a bad flu. My dad took me to the military hospital, and the doctor comes in and he goes, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain threshold? And I go, 7, and he just starts laughing. And he goes, a 5.4 is the pain you feel when you lose both your legs. And I said to myself, I should reevaluate that pain scale. Then my dad says, "I'm sorry I raised a pussy, sir." I was like, "Dad, I'm fucking 12. Give me a break. Let me experience life a little bit before you start judging me, all right?" Worst part about it, after they gave me my baby aspirin, they walked me past the room where people lost their legs, and all they said was, "Fucking 7 over here." The guys without legs were laughing so hard they almost fell out of their wheelchairs. You know how you feel bad? Is when a group of people without legs feel sorry for you. That row didn't like that joke. They're like, "That's fucked up, all right? That's messed up." I go here to UNT. I go here. That's the proper response for UNT right there. Like, woo, we're average. Because we all know the only reason we're here is because none of us got into UT. Like, some people are like, UNT was my first choice. And to that I say, make better life choices. Do it, man. I don't know. I go to film school here, and I just got my first media job. And I'm excited, but it's not like the dream job I had when going to film school. I thought I would be working on like a Quentin Tarantino movie set, you know? Maybe directing local commercials. Or at least being the fluffer on porn, like one of those jobs. But I do research for the ID network. Do you guys know the ID network? No, it's good. The demographic is just like single 40-year-old moms, so this is good. And if you don't know, it's the whole channel is about husbands and wives killing each other. And this internship has taught me a lot. It's made me realize 50% of marriages end in divorce, and the other 50 just end in fucking murder. Like, some scary shit. And you would think that would turn me off to the idea of marriage, but guys, it's kind of turned me on. Like the idea of a woman willing to sleep with me, and that also has the strength to kill me. That's kind of fucking hot, guys. That's like my kink. It's like my anal. You know, like with any kink. You can't just throw it out there. You have to warm your partner up to it, you know? Before things are getting steamy in the bedroom, we're watching To Make a Murderer. On Valentine's Day, I'm buying a baseball bat with nails in it. On my birthday, I'm bringing a knife to bed. She's like, Tony, a knife? I'm like, yes, bitch, kill me. Because I want to die, you know? So you'll support me on me wanting to die but not quitting smoking? Fuck you guys. All right. But I also want to get married because I want to suffer first. This is a married couple here. I'm excited to read your case. I'm really am. It's gonna be... I'm excited to make a small amount of money on one of y'all's misfortune. This is gonna be so great. This is fun. I don't know, man. So before I came here, I had dinner with my family, and my sister goes, Tony, remember the time when you were 8 and you found mom's dildo and you used it as a massage for a week? And I said, yeah, because you don't forget that shit. Let me give you some backstory. I was 8 years old. My parents just got a divorce, and my mom was working 2 jobs, mother of 2, you know. She's never home, and I come home from school early, and I found her vibrator. And I was 8. I picked it up, just started shaking it. I thought it was like my lightsaber. I was like, this is dope. Because it wasn't like a cute little 4-inch one. It was like 12.5 inches. Had like veins and everything. Yeah. I found the on switch. I put it towards my leg where I had my soccer injury that day, guys. And it fucking healed me. I was like, this is magic. So I did what any 8-year-old would do. I put it under my bed. So for the rest of the week, I came home from school, made myself a bag of popcorn, turned on Pokemon, and I grabbed my lightsaber. Pokemon would be like, who's that Pokemon? I would just sit there, it's a Pikachu! Like, during that time period, I was a huge 50 Cent fan. Any 50 Cent fan here? I always love it's the white frat guys who are like, yeah, I appreciate hip-hop. It's my lifestyle, bro. I come from the streets of Flower Mound, bro. My first car, bro, was a 2012 Toyota Camry. What the fuck, bro? I fucking hate my parents, bro. But yeah, I was a huge 50 Cent fan, and he just released a song called Candy Shop. You guys know Candy Shop? I love that song. There's a verse in the song that goes, I've got the magic stick, so I'm the love doctor. So I looked at my little lightsaber. I said, this is stick-shaped. Does that make me the love doctor? So I decided I wanted to spread my love at school the next day. Put that shit in my backpack. We always had a recess right after PE. My buddy Hank comes up to me and goes, Tony, I think I hurt my neck today during PE. And I said, Hank, I've got the thing for you. Pulled that shit out like I was Harry Potter and a fucking wizard. Hit him on the neck, it fucking healed him. Guys, I was never popular in school. That day, I was like the fucking messiah. Kids were just lining up to get healed. I was healing them left and right. I think I healed a guy with leprosy. If you don't remember, leprosy was pretty big in 2002. And I was also really big into Westerns. And if you don't know Westerns, after they shoot their weapon, they like to blow on it. You know where I'm going. And so after I had healed a few people, I decided to blow on my weapon. That's about the time my vice principal decided to show up. She just sees me, Tony, a chubby 8-year-old, just with a 12-inch dildo. Like that's, you don't want that in your school. You would rather have heroin before you had that shit. Takes me to the office, just quiet. She calls my mom. Mom comes in, she's like, what did he do this time? And she just sees it on the chair and she's like, fuck. Come with me. So car where I dead silent, we get home. And she goes, Tony, do you know why I use this? And I said, nope, and I don't want to know. And that was the day the Love Doctor closed his shop, guys. Let's get the obvious out of the way just real quick. I know I look like lesbian Drew Carey. Thank you, ma'am. I thought of that joke today and you just validated it for me, so thank you very much. I'm gonna end it on this. Give it up for you guys. I'm gonna end it on this. This is a real story. This was my first celebrity encounter. I was 12 years old. I'm flying back from Germany to the States and I had to stop in London at the TSA line. And I look back and I see Mercedes from Glee. And look at me, guys, I love Glee. Like, it's a great show. They sing all the tunes. And then I saw the rest of the gang and I said, this is the perfect time to get a picture or an autograph. So I walk up to him, I'm like, hi, my name's Tony. Could I get a picture or an autograph? And the guy who plays Puck on the show told me to fuck off. A 12-year-old. For the next 3 years, I couldn't ask a question because all I would hear is fuck off. Fuck off, fuck off. And then I forgot about it, guys. But then 2016 rolls around and the guy who plays Puck gets arrested for child pornography. True story. And you'd think I would be like, yeah, you deserve that, motherfucker. But I was sad, guys, because I realized I was a kid when I met Puck. Those two guys and that girl get it. Was I not good enough for him? Guys, that's my time. I'm gonna be your host for tonight. My name is Tony Casillas. Yeah. Are you guys ready for a really awesome comedy show? Yeah. Guys, your next comic is a friend of mine. I love this guy to death. Give a big round of applause to Luke Moore. Yeah.
Hey guys, how are you doing, UNT?
Woo! Me too.
Yeah, my name is Luke Moore. I was a household name in the house that I grew up in. Of course, Luke Moore is just my stage name. My real name, Lucas Morris. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad like the holidays are over with, so I don't have to hear the Little Drummer Boy song anymore. It's a dumb song. Like, you know it's a dumb song because a drummer wrote it.
First of all.
Sorry to my drummers. But also, you just listen to the song. It's dumb. I have no gifts for him. Ba-rum-ba-bum-bum. It's like, you don't have any gifts for him. Everybody else brought a gift. Like, this is Jesus' birth. Give him your drum.
Maybe do that.
I played my best for him. Ba-rum-ba-bum-bum.
It's like, it's a baby. He's just born. He's trying to sleep. And you're playing a loud drum. Stop playing your loud drum, little drummer boy. Maybe put a shirt on, too, while you're at it. Okay, guys. See, I have a chip on my shoulder. See, I don't like drummers. Because in high school, I was in marching band, and I played trombone. Which you could probably guess, because I look like a trombone. But the guy who played center snare, he fingered every single girl that I liked. So that's why I don't like drummers. And he was a percussionist, so I imagine he would do it like this. And I'm a trombonist, so like, what am I supposed to do? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's weird, A vending machine ate my dollar earlier today. Kind of made me mad. So I grabbed the vending machine. I started shaking it. And I saw a sticker. It read, "Warning, do not shake or rock this vending machine as it may result in serious injury or death." And I was like, what? And then it also had a picture. It had a picture of a stick figure being crushed to death by a vending machine. And I was like, oh, okay. So guys, I put the vending machine down. I went home and I did some research. And vending machines kill 10 Americans every year. Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I read that. Like, someone needs to stop these vending machines, you know? They're killing Americans. But then I realized they only kill in self-defense. And that's just about the most American thing I could think of. Right. I kind of want to, this is still kind of creepy. I want to pitch this idea of vending machines killing people to Stephen King, you know? Like Vinny, the murderous vending machine. First, he'll steal your dollar, and then he'll steal your soul. You know? I think Stephen King would like that because I think he's out of ideas for books at this point. He's written a lot. Like he wrote a book called It. You know, what's his next book going to be called? Then? I don't know. But you know what they say, killing half the soldiers is half the battle. And then killing the other half of the soldiers is the other half of the battle. Okay. I substitute teach for a living. And yeah, which is kind of funny because I'm also a child. But yeah, it's weird, you know, subbing is a weird job to have because you don't know any of the students, you know. Like the other day I yelled at a deaf girl. Yeah. I yelled at her, man. I was like, "Quit being deaf!" You know, but she wasn't hearing me. So, you know, what can you do? It's a weird job. It is a weird job because, I sub sixth graders a lot. I do middle school a lot. And it's weird because they're nice. Like, when I was in sixth grade 11 years ago, we were not nice. Like, we liked bad things. We were just bad people. Like, we loved hate speech, for one. Like, we loved hate speech. We call all our friends and enemies alike. We, you know, call them names and stuff. You know, sixth graders nowadays, they don't like hate speech. They only like three things. They like 21 Savage, Minecraft, and doing this. That's sixth graders in a nutshell. Very festive people. But, yeah, the scariest thing about subbing is not the students. It's probably the other teachers, actually. Because I went to the teacher's lounge earlier this week, and I was getting some coffee. And there's another teacher in the teacher's lounge who was like, "I see you coming in here and drinking our coffee, but you're not paying for it." Or I was like, "What? Okay." Like, I thought I was joking, so I was like, "Yeah, someone stop me. I'm drinking all the coffee." Yeah. And he was like, "No, this is the teacher's coffee. We all pitch in for this coffee, and you can't drink it." I was like, "Okay, fine. I won't drink the coffee. Like, I'll just drink from the water fountain or something. I don't know. Is that okay?" Anyways, so I get fidgety too in the classroom, just like all the students. Like we're all just sitting in a room for an hour, right? And like they'll ask me questions. They always ask me the same questions. They always ask me, "How tall are you? How old are you? And can I go to the bathroom?" 6'3", 23, and yes, you may go to the bathroom. I let them all go to the bathroom. That's mine. Let them piss, right? Let there be piss. Take a big piss. Take a small piss. Just take a piss. You know, that's what I say. But the problem with that is, like, not all the students come back from the bathroom. So, like, by the end of the class, it'll just be me and one other student in the classroom. You know, she raises her hand. "Yes, Tamara." "It's Tamara, and, how tall are you?" You know, so I tell her, and she asks if she can go to the bathroom. And I say, no. She's like, why? I say, because you're my last student. You know? You're like, I'm holding you captive. Now, I tell her she can go 5 minutes from now. She can go in 5 minutes. Then 5 minutes pass, I let her go, and then it's just me in the classroom. And then the principal walks in. He says, where are all your students? I tell him, oh, it's just my conference period. I don't have any students right now. And he says, how tall are you? Yeah. But any kind of staff, they always ask, like, so you want to be a teacher? You know, and I don't want to be a teacher. You know, I have to tell them, like, I was just, you know, doing a job hunt, and I just needed a job that didn't drug test. And Denton ISD came through. Yeah. I went to Kroger today, and I was looking at their hot dogs. Got a good selection of hot dogs. They have kosher meat hot dogs. They're called Hebrew Nationals. Have you seen this brand? I was gonna get some, but I went with a knockoff brand of kosher meat hot dogs instead. They're called Anne Frank's. Have you seen these? They're really good. They're hard to find. It's like they're hiding from you. Almost. But you know, you find them, you gobble them up. They're pretty good. They do kind of give you bad breath though. So I'd recommend to pick up a bottle of Schindler's Listerine while you're at it. Right. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah. I was, while I sub, I read a lot. It's kind of how I pass the time. I was reading about Prince, one of my favorite singers, recording artists. And Prince is really short. Do you know how tall Prince is? He's -6 feet tall, actually.
Oh my God.
I know, it's like shorter than you expected, right? Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I'm done with college now. I went here. Yeah. Go Mean Green, indeed. Before that, I did a thing called high school for about 4 years. High school I didn't really like high school, actually. I didn't like high school because I think I had too high of expectations for high school. Because before I went to high school, I saw the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I was like, oh, dude, that's going to be so awesome. And then I got there, and my high school experience wouldn't have been called Luke Moore's Day Off. It would have been called Luke Moore Jacks Off. That's my story, right? I didn't have a girlfriend or anything. Yeah, but in high school, I was actually so depressed that the only time my parents would be concerned was when I would smile. They'd be like, Luke, why are you smiling? You know, are you on drugs? And yeah, and that's why I would smile. It's the same. You're right. In high school, I was so depressed. I already said that, but in high school, actually, I had a crush on a blind girl. But she just treated me like I was invisible. So, you know how that goes. Anyways, it's a dark world, man. So, how are y'all doing? That one was for the comics. And they're still laughing. Well, you know what? I don't even know if I have any more jokes, so I'm just gonna bring Tony back up here. Thanks.
Give it up for Luke Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, are you ready for your next comedian? He's one of my favorites. He performs all around the DFW area. Give it up for the very funny Dalton Pruitt.
Shut up. Okay, let's begin. When I started puberty, my dad taught me all about masturbation by having me practice on his penis. And I said, "Dad, you masturbate with your lips?" And then, when I reached for the tissue, he stopped me and said, "No, son, that's not how men come. What you do is bust on your belly, let it dry, and that way you can read your future and your gut hairs like tea leaves." That's called divination. I read about it in one of those Harry Potter novels. A regular Cumbledore, my dad was. Anyway, that's my history of sexual abuse. But, you know, I won't continue the cycle. I recently became a father. Thank you. And last night, I was putting my daughter down, and now I'm not a father anymore. But if there is an upside to SIDS, I'd have to say, cheap funeral. Really inexpensive. You could bury 6 babies for the price of a full-sized adult. And short eulogy. Get in, get out. She died as she lived. A baby. There's refreshments in the lobby. I'm getting I don't know what this college crowd is willing to take now.
Give it all.
I don't know how to relate to, even when I was in college, I don't know how to relate to you fucking idiots. I've always been an outsider, and this just isn't my scene. It's people groaning at, sexual abuse from your dad and dead babies. We'll find out what you're made of later. I gotta tell y'all though, I'm excited. Because I'm 2 months back on the wagon, 2 months sober. You don't even know what you're clapping at. You guys don't know me. And also, none of you, this is a college crowd, so you're what, like 18, 19? Y'all have never even entertained the idea of sobriety. You haven't blacked out enough and woken up and like, oh, I hit my mom again. No. So it's two months, because I would take it to the mat and just every time, black out and crazy shit would happen. I mean, I'd black out, come to, and I'm walking down the highway. I was like, this is not my apartment. One time I blacked out and I got caught sleeping in a running car. And, fortunately, I didn't get in trouble. Nothing bad happened because I have this beautiful white skin. But I love that. I love hearing you guys groan. None of you have been kicked in the teeth enough. Who am I to talk? I actually just graduated from here. I'm a little baby myself. I'm dead inside. But that's actually my I have a dream speech. True equality is going to be when black people can also get hammered and sleep in their car and face no repercussion for it. But I'm 2 months sober now, and I have to look for some release somehow because I'm not boozing anymore. So I've gotten involved in, I like going to, finding anything that I could throw myself into. I go to a lot of punk shows now. I love I love throwing myself into the mosh pit because, there's just no better feeling in this world. Better than being drunk, better than anything. Nothing better than being able to just hit a woman with no consequence. I'm talking, open hand, closed fist, elbow. Come on, welcome. If you're just joining us, I'm making light of domestic violence. Thank you. I'm joking about hitting women. Yeah, it's a mosh pit. Are you guys are leaving? Oh, never mind. They're leaving. I was gonna walk somebody. I knew that was gonna happen for sure. All right. Well, I guess it's time to see what you guys can handle. I've pushed you about as far as I can, and now I'm gonna just go ahead and cross the line. Fuck this. Do you guys think Jews love bagels so much because they have holes in them like the ones they put in Jesus Christ? Okay. Once again, more groans. You all think I'm anti-Semitic now. I'm not. I love the Jewish people. My best moneylender is Jewish. If I had to take umbrage with just one, any aspect of the Jews, one specific thing, it's just one very specific part of the ancient religious Jewish dogma somehow made its way into modern medicine. Because, when I was born, my doctor asked the doctor to cut the tip of my dick off. And not the helmet, just the foreskin, just the loose skin. And that has nothing to do with medicine. That's just ancient Jewish religious dogma. It goes back, what was it, about 4,000 years ago, around the time the earth was created. God spake unto Abraham. Look, there's gonna be a little DIY. And cut to 1993 when I was born. Yeah, my mom asked the doctor, just go ahead and cut the tip off. The rationale being that it's cleaner, to do that. And because there's less dick to clean. That's how the math works out on that. Who here is circumcised? Raise your dicks. I don't know if you know this, but the actual Jewish ritual, the actual ceremony they perform for a baby's circumcision is known as a bris, wherein a rabbi, known as a moil, snips the skin and then uses his mouth to suck the blood off of the now mutilated Jewish baby's genitals. That's the actual ceremony. And doesn't it seem like child abuse that he doesn't finish and just blue balls the baby like that? Okay. All right, why don't I do something friendly for everybody? A nice, clean, friendly joke, okay? Sometimes when I'm strapped for cash, I'll just go adopt some groceries from the local animal shelter. That's as friendly as I'm gonna get. I eat dogs, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Fellas, here's a fun prank you can play. Come in the toilet, leave it, and that way it splashes on the next guy's balls when he takes a shit and makes it gay. Yeah, I don't know if you know, that's how you catch gay, the old come in the toilet prank. All right. I should wrap this bitch up. So Here we go, folks. You guys, you're gonna love this, and then I'm done. I was taking a shit earlier today. I gotta tell you, baby wipes are the way to go for cleaning a woman's chest.
Give it up for Dalton Pruitt, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, your next comic, you're in for a very special treat. This guy, he's been on Comedy Central on Adam Devine's House Party. He has an album on Spotify and iTunes called Tabitha. His new album, Tabitha 2, will be released this year, so check out that when it releases. Are you guys ready for the very funny Josh Johnson?
I picked that. That's my song. I picked Spice Girls because, hey, how's everybody doing? We've been through a lot tonight, right, guys? What a long, strange journey this has been. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. I know you guys are all here to see name Colin. Got it. We're really good friends. We're really good friends. I remembered his name like under 5 seconds. That's dope as fuck. You guys, I've been doing stand-up comedy for about 8 or 9 years now, and you look at me at the height of my success right here. Half an hour away from my house, where I went to high school and middle school, and shit ain't nothing changing. But I'm glad to be here with you guys. My favorite part about doing stand-up comedy is the fact that I had a nervous breakdown last year and quit stand-up comedy. I didn't know I had bipolar disorder. I just thought I got excitable and forgot shit sometimes. But it turned out that I had a serious thing going on, and instead of dealing with it like an adult, I packed up all of my bags and I moved to Oregon to work on a farm. Right? Because I think shit through. On all the adventures that I had on my way out to Oregon, I dropped acid at the Grand Canyon. Wouldn't recommend it. I'll explain, like, we were heading West Way. We were on nobody's schedule but our own. It was me and my friend that I was, like, moving out there with, and he was like, hey, do you want to stop by the Grand Canyon? I've never seen it. And I was like, sure. I've only seen it in hover-round commercials. Let's go check that shit out. And we get there, and we're looking at God's majesty, or whoever's pulling the strings. Somebody has to be fucking with me. We're looking at God's majesty. And he pulls out his wallet, and he pulls out like this bit of tinfoil, and like 2 blotters are in it. And if you don't know what blotters are, you aren't doing college right, kids. Get with it. It's super fair. So we do the acid. I say, I don't want to do the acid as I'm putting the acid in my mouth, because I'm incorrigible. And we start going down the rim of the Grand Canyon, and we're about 2.5 miles down when I start feeling funny. And like the shit starts to change. I'm like, we're gonna turn around and start going back up, because nothing good is gonna come out of us going further down. We're just making this worse for ourselves. So we start going back up the cliffside, and it's a narrow walkway, and there's 2-way traffic, and there's just this huge group of Korean tourists like coming down at the same time we're going up, and the trip is kicking in. And I know what I look like to them. I'm just bug-eyed and sweaty and trying to figure it out. And they're just trying to walk past me. Also was not dressed for the occasion because I didn't know we were going on a hike. This is what I was wearing. Blue jeans, Converse. Horrible for like rock climbing or anything outdoorsy, no grip. I was wearing a t-shirt, a track jacket like a Russian gangster, and a leather jacket like an old-timey bad boy. I was not fit for the outdoors. And they just had to, I look like a drug dealer who just got warped to the side of a canyon. It's like, what are you doing here, you weird New Jersey street tough? And I threw up right in front of this little girl. Not on the little girl, in front of her, enough to scar her, but not like so that shit sticks where she's afraid of black people and she has like a weird stereotype. All black people throw up on you. It's not true. It was just me, and I apologize. After that, we went to Flagstaff, Arizona. We spent the night in Flagstaff, Arizona. And the buddy that I was with, he had just gone through a breakup. And I was going through my wacky-do phase. And he was just trying to get out there and get back on the horse and meet women again. And so we go to a bar that's in the basement of this hotel, which is not a great sign to meet quality people. I don't know if you know that. It's a great sign of murder. We go down there because there's karaoke, and I fucks with the Okie. And we're sitting down, and this girl, she's very attractive girl, but clearly just drunk out of her mind. She's just like kind of staggering up to me. She's like, "Hey, do you want to dance?" It's like, "No, thank you." And she grabs my hand, assault, then pulls me out onto the dance floor and just starts trying to dance with me. And like after a while, it becomes clear that I'm not moving with her. I'm just kind of holding her. She smells like rum. And like she pulls me in really close and she whispers in my ear, "You are such a pussy." To which I responded, "I know." And I went back to the bar and finished my beer, but her friend was there, and she hooked up with my friend, and she wanted us to come back to our hotel room, and we only had the one room, and I was like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'll sleep in the car. You do what you gotta do, and if you wrap up and she leaves before the sun comes up, just call me and I'll get back in bed. It's fine." He goes, "I can't do that to you." And I'm like, no. I'm not gonna get in the way. Tonight, your dick is our dick, and I haven't had sex since Star Trek 2 came out, so I need this as much as you do. Go do your thing, live your dream. And I go sleep in the car, and it's like 32 degrees outside, and there's no heat going, and there's a dog, just like barking and sniffing at the passenger door. For an hour, I let it happen until I just got frustrated because I was tired and cramped. We were in a Kia. I was just like, "I ain't got shit for you, dog." I screamed at that dog, and it ran away. And that was the first time in my life that I felt like I had control over my own destiny. Dope. This is going well. I was in Portland for a little bit, and Portland is an interesting city. All right, one thing, the Northwest in general is an interesting area because it really makes you appreciate a Southern redneck. All right, I missed Southern rednecks because I missed Southern racism. There's still racism in the Northwest, but I'd much rather have somebody call me the N-word so I know immediately not to hang out than for you to ask me who my top 5 favorite rappers are and then ask to touch my hair. Don't ask to touch my hair. That's a different kind of racism. We didn't sign up for that. Portland, fun fact about Portland, every house in Portland has a Black Lives Matter sign in front of it. Another fun fact about Portland, no black people in Portland, Oregon. It's me and the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm pretty much sure that's it. Way to pick a side in a fight that's not yours. It was the same way when I would see a redneck in like with a Confederate flag in Oregon. I was like, "Bitch, you weren't even a thing. You don't even go here." Got real mean girls on his ass. Cool. I'm sober. How many of you in here can drink? Damn, that is depressing. All right, how many of you in here do drink? That is also depressing. I am here on behalf of your parents. What the fuck? This is not what they're paying for. I have a son. He just turned 3 in February. I'm 28 years old. It was about time that I had, a kid. It was about that time. He is 3 years old. He's a tuxedo. He loves catnip. His favorite food is Meow Mix. A little bit of salmon on his birthday only. And yes, he is my son. I do refer to him as such because he disappoints me every day. All of my money goes for him to just shit and eat and sleep and not get a job. I set him up a Monster.com account months ago, and that motherfucker hasn't put in one application. I'm gonna start charging him rent, or I'm gonna kick him out. I have to do one or the other because he's getting it way too easy. I spoil that cat. And when I say I spoil that cat, I mean my best friends now are the 70-year-old women that I meet in the cat food aisle at PetSmart, because do we gossip and aren't we catty? Because we'll see one of you college-age kids who think you're ready for responsibility and you're ready to get a cat and you're buying your cat just garbage-ass basic bitch Meow Mix. How dare you? You know Rachel Ray has a brand, right? Treat your cat better is all I'm saying. I got him in like a very dark part of my life. I was like this close to committing suicide. And I was like, I gotta figure out something. So I like go and I get a cat, and I love cats. I love cats. I'm a cat guy. I don't like dogs. Cats are like girlfriends. You got to work for that love. Dogs are like stupid high school boyfriends. You pet them once, they're not going to stop calling you and fucking up your house. You don't need that. So when I was so excited to get my cat, and I was going to get a black cat, and like not for the reasons you think, but for... They're adopted less than other cats because people still have some kind of weird Salem witch trial superstition about them. So I was gonna get me a black cat and I was dedicated to it, and I found the black cat and his name was Dasher. All right, stupid name right off the bat. And you go into the shelter and you get to meet Dasher, and I meet Dasher for 10 minutes, and Dasher was cool for 9 minutes and 50 seconds. It was the last 10 seconds where Dasher couldn't keep his shit together long enough to get bought. All right, I'm petting Dasher, Dasher's cool, and then Dasher starts looking off into the corner at nothing. Nothing's there, but he's rearing up, he's fucking getting it, and he goes head first to a wall. I was like, I don't need the slow cat, show me the rest of your stock. We're walking through, and I see this one black leg with a white end on it, a little sock hanging out of this cage, and it's just doing this out of the cage. And he's just fucking glaring at me. And I'm like, motherfucker, what's up? What's up? Show me that one. Who's your mans? Get him out the cage. Is he good? Is he solid? And I'm there with my best friend, and like, she takes him out the cage, she hands it to my friend. He's like, this is good shit. Like it was cocaine or something. I thought he was gonna pull out a switchblade, cut a little of the cat, rub it on his teeth. He hands the cat over to me, and he digs his claws as deep as he can into my chin. And while his claws are in my chin, he throws up all over himself. And I said, what is this angel's name? And they go, well, his name's Kelso. I said, well, that's fucking stupid. We're changing that right now. She's like, well, what do you want his name to be? And I said, all right, now I had two hard choices in front of me. I ended up choosing Neil Patrick Harris because I know he's that guy from that one horrible show that you like, but to me, he's always gonna be Doogie Howser, all right? And then there was Malcolm X. Right? I'm disappointed in myself too. I didn't think of it until we left. She already printed the papers. I would have felt like an asshole if I went, no, change my cat to a black revolutionary's name. That's also a pun because I want him to love me and hate me at the same time. All right, I think I'm out of time here, so I'll do one more. Well, I'm getting to be out of time. I just want to leave. So. My first experience with death, I've always had this weird kind of fascination with my death, the deaths of like celebrities, my friends and family, because you start getting older and your friends start kind of dropping off, and that's the one thing they don't cover in your graduation speech is that some people ain't gonna make it to the reunion. So that's something I had to deal with. But my first instance with death, I was in the 7th grade, and my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, my 2 sisters and me, we all lived in one house. Like, it was a small house. We barely had like money for shit, so we all just kind of camped out in one house. And my great-grandmother was super old. Like, through most of the time that I knew her, she had a hospice. She was on like support in home, and they would constantly have these false alarms where they thought, this is the end, she's gone. This is, everybody come, see Granny, come be around her. And so after a while, you stop taking it serious. Like, oh, that old bitch is gonna live forever. It's fine. The 7th grade happened. I was in my science class that day, early in the day, and my mom comes and pulls me out. She's like, we think this is it. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And we go, and my whole family's there, and it just has this different feel to it, you know what I mean? The air was different. And we all were gathered around her bed, and she was telling us how much she loved us and how much we enriched her lives and how she hoped she enriched ours. We all kind of held our hand and said our goodbyes. When it was my turn to hold her hand, that's when she had kind of like slipped. And if you've never seen a person slip, it's like they let out this like death rattle, and the eyes kind of get like when you're watching a TV in the dark and you turn it off and it just takes a while for that light to go out, all right? So she died in a room in that house. We just recently moved back into that house, and I'm surrounded by all the old memories, and I'm sleeping in the bedroom that she slept in. I'm sleeping in the bedroom that she died in, and I can't tell you how hard it is every day to masturbate in that room because I feel like her ghost is there. Don't look at me, Nana. Thank you guys very much. I've been Josh Johnson. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Give it up for Josh Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, before I bring up your last comic, make sure to donate some money. It's going to a good cause. We're trying to fight muscular dystrophy. And so, yeah, are you guys ready for your headlining comic? Come on, UNT, I know you can do better than that. It's the guy who put this show together. Give it up for a friend of mine, Colin Aslay.
Hey, how are y'all doing tonight? Good. I don't have any material, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't have any material.
So yeah, let's sit up here. I put a lot of work into this. I just want to say real quick, thank y'all so much for coming out. We put a lot of work into this, so give it a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you, honestly. I was trying to think, like, what would I start with? And I decided I wanted you guys to vote on it. So I'm gonna see what you guys think. I've got two stories I'm gonna start off with. One is, I was thinking about hanging myself recently. And then before that, a couple months ago, I went on a date with a transgender girl. They're unrelated, by the way. Just to let you know. Those are two unrelated stories, I promise you. So, me hanging myself, clap for that. And me going on a date with a transgender girl. All right, that's a good start. So I went to a party, I went to a fraternity party, and I met a nice gal. I got her number, and we decided to get coffee, right? And I was looking forward to it. We were gonna get coffee on Monday, and she texts me on Sunday, says, Colin, I'm looking forward to getting coffee with you, but I have to be honest with you. I'm transgender. And I'm like, what? What is that? Because I know about it, but I didn't know what she meant, because there's sort of a lot of configurations there. And she says, well, I was born a man, but I'm taking hormones and I'm transitioning into a woman. I'm like, cool. But you still got the... She's like, yeah, I still got the... And I'm like, all right, that's fine. Let's still go on the date. That's not a big deal. I still want to meet this person because I think, people are people, right? You get to meet people, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So we were about to go on the date, but the whole time I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, society says this is a woman, this is a female, fine, I'm cool with that. But what if it goes really well? Like, I've never touched a girl's penis before. I've never had that experience. Like, I'm 21, I thought I've had, like, the majority of my sexual hurdles at this point. Right, fellas? Fellas, can I get an amen? Amen, amen, brothers. You guys remember when you were 15, 16, 17, picking up your girlfriend? You remember? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, fellas. Picking her up in a fucking Ford Focus or some shit. I don't know. Right? No, it was a pickup truck, right? It was a pickup truck? Yeah, it was a pickup truck. Put your dick in the back. All right, let's go. Let's do this shit. No, man. I know. You remember the first time. You remember the first time you opened up the pearly gates of God and shook hands. I know you know. Yeah. But you picked her up, right, fellas? You were a gentleman. You took her somewhere romantic, make-out point, right? Parking lot of a Chili's, somewhere like that. Something like that. It was a good time. And y'all were feeling each other up. And it was passionate, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, fellas. Yes, it was. And you got nervous, though, didn't you? Right? You were a little nervous. What was this going to be like? Was it going to be rough like a Brillo pad or smooth like butter? What was it going to be like, guys? We were worried. But finally, we reached our way down and thought to ourselves, oh, my God, it's like a slip and slide from my fingers. Holy shit, that's so cool. Oh, my God. What the fuck? And... ladies, you remember, right? Ladies, can I get a what? What? Ladies, can I get a what?
What?
You remember the first time you picked a peck of Peter Piper's pickled penis, don't you, ladies? Don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That is the most adorable snort I've ever heard in my entire life. You remember the first time. He picked you up, right? He was a little bit older. He was 42, right? But he was cool. He just got promoted at Petco. Assistant manager. Holy shit, he's going places. And you thought to yourself, God damn. And he snuck in, right? Your parents were gone. He snuck in over to your house. And in that moment, he embraced you closer than he ever embraced you before. And you were both kissing, making out. It was beautiful. He started feeling you up. You started wanting to make him feel good too, right? Right, ladies? Yeah. You started moving your hands down too a little bit, didn't you? You started you were starting to wonder, was it gonna be hard like a rock or soft? What was it gonna be like? And finally you moved your hands all the way down. You thought to yourself, oh my God, where's the rest? What the fuck? Where the fuck? What the fuck? This is some bullshit. Some bullshit. So yeah, we went on the date. We went on the date. Nothing really happened. We got coffee. It was a good time, honestly. Like it was nice. It was nice to meet someone different from me and get to know them. But you know, that was it. That was, you know, the only thing that really happened. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still fucked her in the ass. I'm kidding. She fucked me in the ass. Holy shit! Those transgenders know how to fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was walking on campus a while back. This is the other story. And you guys see the crane that we got? Like a couple cranes here at UNT? Y'all have seen them doing construction and shit. And I don't know, sometimes I just get excited about weird ideas. Like, I was walking on campus and I saw this crane. I was looking at it, I was like, man, I could hang myself from this. I was like, God damn, I could pull that off. Like, I'm not sad or anything. I just want to ruin someone else's day. Does that make sense? That's all I want to do. I just want like some freshman, like bright-eyed, you know? Susie, let's call her. Like, oh wow, UNT, what a cute place. Oh wow, beautiful buildings. Oh wow, what a cool crane. Oh, fuck this, I'm going back to Lubbock. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck that. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I was thinking, what would I wear? I mean, if I did it. We're in a hypothetical world here, it's fine. Because I don't want to wear a suit or some shit. I was thinking, like, I'd wear a costume. Like a superhero costume. Y'all got any ideas? What should I wear? Someone yells, Spider-Man? That's not a bad idea. Anyway, I think I heard Batman. Batman would be a good idea. Wakanda forever! No, I heard Black Panther. No, I wouldn't do Batman. I'd probably dress as Robin. Because what does that say about my psyche? Like, I don't even live long enough to die a hero. I have to commit suicide as a sidekick. That's sad. Or maybe the butler. Maybe that would work. I could do that. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's weird death because we have no guarantees, right? That's hilarious, right? No guarantees. Oh, let's roll the fucking dice. No, but there's no guarantees. You know, we all have our beliefs, and that's fine, but none of us truly know what happens when we die. And I was thinking, I wish there was just one guarantee. I wish there was just one thing that we could have that could give us some sort of solace in death. Like, wouldn't it be cool if when you die, you had an orgasm? I feel like that would at least make up for some of it, right? And like, the worse your death, the better the death orgasm. Because that would fuck up the whole Italian mafia's like scheme. All right, Tony, you fucked up for the last time. What are you gonna do to me? We're gonna cut your fucking guts out and roll you down a goddamn hill. You mean it? What the fuck? What? Tony, no, fuck. We have to resort to some sort of emotional abuse. Shit. I've been trying to find a good relationship lately. Looking for it. Anyone on Tinder? I swear to God, I saw someone in this row I matched with Tinder on. I swear to God. Where did she go? Where did she go? Damn it. All right. We'll find her later. Tinder's weird because, like, ladies, like, I read y'all's bios. I really do. I don't just swipe right unless I'm completely bored. But what... Y'all have a lot of requests, I've noticed. Like, it starts with coffee. That's the one I'm cool with. Like, take me out to coffee and I'm yours. I'm cool with that. But last time I was on, I saw a girl that said, take me horseback riding and I'm yours. Like, fuck, I gotta rent a horse for your ass? Jesus Christ. Like, what's next? Like, I gotta take you to Disneyland? Take me to Disneyland and I'm yours. Like, fuck, I gotta take you to the happiest place on earth just to get a date. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you guys know this about Tinder, but it has a pretty person algorithm. Do you guys know about this? No? Okay, so this is a true fact about Tinder. If you are someone who gets swiped on a lot, you get moved over to a pool of people who also get swiped on a lot. So they have this pretty person pool, right? And it just moves down the line, all the way down the uggos. And I was swiping on Tinder, I remember this. And I was swiping on Tinder, and I was not getting any matches. I was just looking, I was like, no. And then I realized I was the uggo. I realized that was me. And then I looked in the mirror, I was like, ah. Can't win with Tinder. Oh boy, so much to talk about. So much to talk about. I think I realize this, like, I can't date women my age. I need an older woman. Like, a lot older. Like 80. Because I deserve an old vagina. That's what I deserve. Y'all college girls, y'all have nice vaginas. They're young. They work. I need a vagina that looks like shrapnel. That's what I deserve. Like your first car, you don't get a nice first car, right? You get like a 2002 Honda Civic, right? Kind of beat up with a leathery interior. People your parents' age used to drive it. Like, that's the kind of car. I'm not dissing anyone in this audience. That's just what I deserve. I haven't earned the Porsche pussy yet. I haven't gotten to that point in my life. Not there yet. Not there yet. Once I'm 50, then I can do that. That's what I wanted to talk about. I work, some of you might not, some of you obviously know this because I made you come here. I work here at UNT. I am an RA, but I have a different RA job than most because I work with the TAM students. Shut the fuck up. I can finally say that. Oh, I've been holding that in. Okay. So if you guys don't know who the TAM students are, it stands for the Texas Academy of Math and Science. I basically work with the smartest high schoolers in the nation. Well, Texas, so it's not saying much, but I was just fucking with y'all. You guys have a better education system than California, so. But no, like, I work with some of the smartest kids in Texas. I love my job. I really do. Shout out to y'all. But y'all are too fucking smart. It pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Like, one of my residents built a Tesla coil in his room because he was bored. Like, when I'm bored, I just jerk off. Like, what the fuck? My boredom solves my libido. You guys solve world problems. One of my residents built a foundry in his room. Do y'all know what the fuck that is? I had to find out. It's a trash can that heats, he made it out of a trash can. It heats metal to 2,000 degrees. And he made it in his room with $100. He makes me garlic toast with it. It's fucking nuts, man. These kids are so fucking smart. Like, one of my residents got $10,000 for doing a hackathon competition. $10,000 for just going like this. I'm in. Like, that's all he did. He made $10,000. I don't even know how to set direct deposit, and he fucking, that's so crazy to me. Some of these kids are so fucking smart. Some of them can build the Tesla coils and jerk off. I don't know how they pull it off. I get worried whenever I have to do room checks. I do room checks for these kids. Every time I go up, I have to knock on the door like, hey, Akash, what's up? Hey, you working on your Tesla coil? You jerking off in there? Like, both. Oh, shit. All right, I'll come back in 10 minutes. All right. Don't jizz on your Tesla coil. Please don't do that. That's probably unhealthy for all of us. Quick question for y'all. Any religious people in the audience? Yes. They made me. I noticed this. So I'm from California, and I have a lot of Jewish friends. And I'm sure you guys have heard the Jewish slur, he Jewed his way out. I'm sure you guys have heard that. If you don't know what that means, it basically means like someone snuck their way out of something, like they didn't do what they were supposed to. And a lot of my Jewish friends joke about that stuff. But you know what I noticed is that's the only religion we verbed. Like, we didn't do that with any other religions. Like, we don't do that with Catholicism. Hey, do you hit your kids? Oh, yeah, I Catholic the shit out of my kids. Catholic the fuck out of my kids. Every fucking day. That's an awful man to have at a PTA meeting. All right, guys, we gotta have, all the kids are using phones in the rooms. We gotta figure something out. Just fucking hit them! No, we can't, sir. We need a real solution. You can't just Jew your way out of this. Come on. It's not cool. Muslims too, right? All right, everybody, back up, back up. I set the charges around the building. It's like construction site. All right, everybody, back up. All right, we're about to Muslim this building in 3, 2, 1. It's okay. Half my family is Muslim. If that makes anyone feel any better. Half Turkish, half Irish. It's a weird combination. I don't look it, obviously. That's my mom, like, marries brown men, but she makes white kids. That's her racism. My mom's vagina is like a Brita filter. She just filters all that. She gets all the good shit. She gets all the good white genes. All the good shit. I love my family. I have a strange family. I have to start with my stepdad. My stepfather is Egyptian, and English is his fourth language. And I love that about him because he fucks up all the time, and it's the silliest shit. Like, one time, okay, so we're driving to Reno, and we're driving over to Reno, and we got lost. And he starts yelling at my mom. He says, honey, I don't get this. I don't understand the anatomy of Reno. I don't get this shit. I don't understand. I remember we got all the way to Reno, and we were waiting outside of the hotel lobby. And my brother and my mom went upstairs. And my stepdad, me and him were just kind of hanging out. And this woman came up to him and started hitting on him. Like, it was like a prostitute. She was inviting him to go over to, like, the motel across the street. And she said, hey, you want to come over? He's like, no, you've got the wrong tree. You just combine, you've got the wrong guy, and you're barking up the wrong tree together. How the fuck? How the fuck did you, what the fuck? Yeah, that's some weird shit. When we were in the hotel room, sometimes he'll point at stuff, and, he'll tell me something. I know exactly what he means, but he doesn't, he just says it completely wrong. Like, he pointed to the thermostat. He says, Colin, what time is it? 68 degrees o'clock, Adam. I remember later that night, he came home so late because he gambles. He loves gambling. It's one of his favorite things. And he was gambling until so late, and he finally came home. I'm like, do you have any idea what fucking time it is? It is 71 degrees o'clock. Holy shit. I've been waiting for you since 69 degrees o'clock. We have 2 dogs. One's an English Springer Spaniel, and he takes one out in the morning and one in the afternoon. And he'll come up to me, and he'll always screw up the names of the dogs. Like, it's an English Springer Spaniel, and he'll come up to me and says, Colin, where's the dog? I cannot find the dog. I'm like, which one? The English Muffin. Where is he? I cannot find the English Muffin. This is bullshit. I swear to God, I could speak Arabic at this point. Like, I swear, I've heard him shit post me enough. Like, he just... You just gotta put a lot of phlegm and just say Habibi a couple times. That's really all you gotta do. Habibi. That's all you gotta do if you really want to learn Arabic. He got mad at the computer the other day because the computer told him that he hit a snag and he lost his shit. Because I've never had to explain what a snag is to someone, but to him, he just lost his shit. He's like, what? I hit a snag? What the fuck is this? How do you hit a snag? What is it? What is a snag? I don't get this shit. So weird. But yeah, that's my stepdad. I've got a weird younger brother. He's one of those kids who he doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't give a fuck. And that's something I love about him. But it gets awkward whenever we drive because he loves to yell out the window. Like at anybody, and he'll yell anything. Like one time we were driving and he rolled down the window. I was just trying to focus, get home. He yells out the window. He says, "Hey, you! Hey, you got a small dick!" I'm like, "Car, dude, don't say that to people. That's not cool. If you're gonna yell out the window, say something nice. Say something nice to people." It's like, "Okay, fine." Rolls down the window. He sees someone walking. "Hey, you! You got a big dick!" I'm like, "Connor, you can't say that to a woman. That's not cool. That's not cool. Don't say that to a woman. That's so mean." One time he yelled at a woman, and I swear to God, he almost killed her. I swear to God, he almost killed her. These two older women were just like doing like their morning like little jog, like they have the jazzercise like the leg warmers and shit. Like there's the older women, they're just trying to like escape death or some shit. I don't know. And he yells dildo at them, and the woman tried to like dodge it, like dodge the verbal dildo. Ah! Oh my God! She almost fell over. That's what my brother's like. I'm born and raised in California, and my brother recently started growing pot. How funny, right? Yeah, he started growing pot, and like I learned a lot about the plants recently because of him, because he's taught me how to cultivate them, because it's legal there. And I learned this: there's a male and there's a female plant. I had no idea. Like the male plant actually has like these pollen sacs. Like they have ball sacks. I'll be honest with y'all. They have ball sacks. And they explode onto the female plant, which sounds awful from the male's perspective. Because, well, can you imagine if every time you did that, you would have to give up a nut? Jesus Christ. That sounds awful. And the female plant is very interesting, is that, he taught me this, is that they have to be, how do I put this? They have to be like in the mood, so to speak. Like, he has to, like, get them, like, ready. So here's what he does, is what he'll do is he'll get his phone and he'll go up to the plant, usually, like, in the evening, and he'll go up to it and he'll play the first season of Gossip Girl. And that usually does the trick, most of the time. Now, if that doesn't work, he'll bring the plant into the house and put it on the countertop, and then he'll go to the fridge, get some, like, steak and mushrooms and stuff, and just put it on the table, and he just looks at the plant and he says, "Don't worry, I'm cooking tonight." That usually, if that doesn't work, he draws that bitch a bubble bath, and it's game time. That's how he does it. All right. Where are my fraternity people at? Where are my fraternity folks at? Yeah. Hey, my pikes. All right. Where are my sorority people at? Don't give a shit. I see you. What's up? What's your name? Haley? Are you in a sorority? What sorority are you in? I like KDs. Very cool. I'm very cool. I've learned a lot about fraternity and sorority life, being in a fraternity for the past 4 years. First off, guys, why didn't you haze me more? Not one elephant walk. What the fuck? I deserve better. Not enough hazing. That was sort of the disappointing part of my fraternity aspect, I really enjoy the bond that it sort of brings people together. That's one of the biggest things I like about fraternities and sororities. And sorority girls, something I really enjoy is how honest y'all get at parties. I really appreciate that. I really mean that. Because like going to a sorority party, like going to a party and seeing a sorority girl is the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. Like I'll be at a party I'm like, hey man, how's it going? It's good, it's good. Hey, who's that over there? Woo! Fuck yeah! He's like, what was that? How much does she have to drink? I'm like, half a beer. Yeah, she's in my Bible study. I don't know how the fuck. She just does that all the time. Yeah, I remember one time I was at a party, and I saw one of y'all be so fucking honest to someone. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. At the beginning of the party, you were sweet. I remember this girl was so sweet. She's like, hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jessica. Hi, hi. And one of my friends said, hey, Jessica, you look very pretty tonight. She's like, oh my God, thank you. 4 shots in. Something changed. Something changed in young Jessica. Excuse me? Yeah, Mark? Yeah, I just want to let you know, you called me pretty earlier. I just want to let you know that, all right, like, I almost didn't come out tonight, okay? Because I tried to put on the right amount of makeup to make sure that I didn't, like, feel insecure about myself, but also that I didn't look like a slut, okay? And also, you didn't really compliment my boots. Why the fuck do I even wear these boots? I wear them for you. And what the fuck? What, you fucking weirdo? You want me to ride a fucking horse for your ass? What the fuck? Some bullshit. She fucking stormed out. It was awesome. That's all I have to say about that. I've learned this about fraternities is there's sort of a... There's 2 types of fraternity guys. There's two types of fraternity guys. I've learned this. I've been recently learning about archetypes, and I think they're very fascinating. Basically, what archetypes are is sort of like a culmination of sort of the best that we see in certain people, or also the worst. You know, like a hero, or a caretaker, or like a wise man. You know, like a hero would be like, you know, like Hercules or Superman, or of course Shrek, you know, some of our main. And I've learned this, there are 2 types of archetypes to a fraternity guy. There are the guys that get laid, and there are the guys that run the fraternity. Those are the only 2. They're the guys that throw up, and they're the guys that clean it up. There are the guys that kick a girl out in the morning, and they're the guys who pick them up. Those are the only real types of fraternity guys that I've had the opportunity to meet. Luckily, I do love this about you guys is the bond that you guys have, and that's actually something I really appreciate. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming out. All the Pikes here. Thank you guys so much. Can we give a round of applause for the Pikes here? Thank you guys so much for coming out. I understand that it was a lot of work to get this thing going, so I appreciate y'all. I hope you know I'm only joking about all the fraternity sorority stuff. Only fun. So, let's see. How do we want to wrap this up? I have a little ditty that I wanted to do with y'all. I noticed this. I love music. I almost went to UNT for music, and I love songs, but I always fuck up the lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of guy that just fucks up the lyrics all the time. Like, y'all ever heard that song, It Wasn't Me by Shaggy? Yeah? Can y'all sing it with me? A little bit? Shorty came in and she caught me red-handed, freaking with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. My friends always look at me. Colin, was that you? No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. We heard you in the shower. No, that wasn't me. We heard you on the sofa. No, that was not me. We definitely heard the screams getting louder. I swear to God, that was not me. Oh boy. All right. We've had fun, haven't we? We've had a good time. I'm glad. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I don't really have like a good ending for any of it. Hey Tony. So I just want to say thank you guys again so much for coming out and supporting these comedians and supporting the Muscular Dystrophy Association. We're going to fix it one of these days. And so I'm going to bring up our boy Tony to sort of wrap everything up. And again, thank you all so much. I hope you guys have a good night.